Welcome back. One U.S. Congresswoman's spending habits drawing some heat. Maxine Waters sparking outrage on social media. This after campaign finance records reveal she paid her own daughter more than $80,000 out of campaign coffers during the 2021 fiscal year.
The payments for slate mailer management fees and get out the vote services mirror ones the Congresswoman made to her daughter, Karen Waters, or her public relations firm, Progressive Connections, during the last election cycle when she paid her around $240,000 for work under the same labels.
And joining us now to discuss are our panelists for today, Bruce LeVell, longtime advisor for President Donald J. Trump, senior RNC media surrogate, Crystal Knight, Democratic strategist, and former political director, Priorities USA, and Ryan Helfenbein, executive director standing for Freedom Center. Good to see everybody here. And Bruce, let me just jump to you really quickly on this. Just reaction there again to that report. The spending going to her daughter out of the campaign finance coffers.
Well, it's nothing new, and thanks for having me, Sean. Hank Johnson did it. Congressman Omar did it. Many more do it. I don't think they bring this up. Is anyone going to do anything? Yes. Does it have appearance of impropriety? Absolutely. It's been going on forever and a day. This is not new for Congressman Waters. She's done it many, many times. I don't know, quote, if it's legal. I'm sure there's some loophole saying that she could identify that. Listen, I've ran for office before. I always try to find the best deal on mailers and everything else, what have you. I'm sure it's someone else out there, if you go look deeper into this, could quote these services a lot cheaper than what she's paying her daughter.
I don't know, Bruce, family discount. I'm not sure the details on that. Who knows?
The hookup.
Yeah, maybe. Crystal, your thoughts on this story, this headline here?
Well, I think it's interesting that we're highlighting the Congresswoman's daughter, and former President Donald Trump had not only his daughter working for him, Ivanka, but also his son-in-law, Jared Kushner. And so what we're seeing is, Republicans saying one thing and doing something totally different. It's not, it's an allowable expense that she, paid her daughter for campaign mailers, but it's not anything that we haven't seen other candidates do. And even most recently, again, former President Donald Trump employed his not only his daughter, but his son-in-law for his presidential campaign and his administration. And so I don't think that this is really newsworthy. This is just a conservative talking point.
Ryan, your thoughts?
Well, I would disagree that this is not newsworthy. It certainly is making its way. It points to grift. It points to nepotism and self-dealing. One thing I will point out in the example of Jared Kushner, he's worth about $500 million in personal wealth. It came at a sacrifice to actually work in the White House. So it's a pay cut. In this example, though, one of the things that we would have to look at, there's the ethical appearance, at least outwardly, of a business, a shell business, an LLC that has one client, let's say, versus companies that are doing it out there for numerous clients. These anti-nepotism laws came about in the 1950s and 60s because of the self-dealing of presidential appointments. You look at Robert Kennedy, who was appointed as Attorney General by his brother. They no longer can do that because of anti-nepotism laws. So we need to see more of that with federal election and campaign finance.
All right. While we've got our panel here, I want to switch gears, talk about this topic. Press Secretary Jen Psaki gave this defense after the president and the first lady were spotted without face masks when they were walking through a D.C. restaurant after a dinner date. Here's Jen Psaki.
I think what we were referring to is a photo of them walking out of a restaurant after they had eaten, masks in hand, where they had not yet put them back on yet. So I would say, of course, there are moments when we all don't put masks back on as quickly as we should. But I don't think we should lose the forest through the trees here and, not overly focus on moments in time that don't reflect overarching policy.
All right, running short on time, but Bruce LeVell, about 30 seconds. Again, the first family essentially in violation of D.C.'s indoor mask mandate. So anyone else is required to wear a face mask when they're walking through the restaurant. Your thoughts?
Well, listen, it doesn't surprise me because just like the fake backdrop, they're always got the fake what they do in the administration. And, I wish they would stop all the foolishness and let everybody, as they say, you do you and I'll do me. everyone, quote, govern themselves accordingly and stop all the foolishness, stop all the fake backdrops and all the other stuff that's going on, and let the American people make their decisions, the business decision, make their decisions by the people, for the people. Remember that? And stop all this clownery. It's just ridiculous.
All right, we got to leave it right there, out of time. But coming up, some people in the sports world refusing the COVID vaccine. Now they're out of a job. We've been talking about that. We're going to break it down next on National Report.